12 Absolute Flash started off with, where we have a Wally who is realizing his power, therefore taking the chaos to the problem that is at hand. A battle where you have two speedsters going back and forth with each other where everybody is proceeding to recover. The person that is more worried about Wally is of course, of his father, who all of a sudden now wants to be in his sunlight due to the fact that he realizes that lives are on the line. Wow, how shocking. Clearly, with them having this moment, here you have the Reverse Flash supposedly sitting here getting back up. Like any father, you do not want your son to go back into possible danger, but Wally feels like this is up to him to handle this problem. But clearly, Wally's dad has something up his sleeve. And now where you have them in this battle where they're proceeding to run at full speed. Speed where Wally proceeds to get caught up. Quite frankly, the supposedly Reverse Flash is proceeding to put BTA to Wally. And clearly he is on some Highlander shit. There can be only one. And just slamming the hell out of Wally, which I thought was funny. I ain't gonna lie. But with Wally getting put through the ringer, the Rogues are proceeding to pull up and help Wally out in the process. Now where they temporarily stop this being, Wally's dad proceeds to get one last final look to his son where he pushes him back into what I think is the still point. And now it has a Wally who is all this distress and is crying due to the fact that his father is now taken from him. I think Wally's father only has a little amount of time before the still point takes effect onto him, because clearly this is something that Wally already knows due to the fact that he was in it at one point of this series. And with now him having to accept the fact that his dad is no longer with him, he is looking for any and every resort to sit there and get back to his father, but right now they can't do anything about it. But another possible is Eleanor. Eleanor, who might actually have a way to get back to his father, but clearly she's long gone. And I wonder where she's going to turn up at in the process. And it's so crazy with Eleanor disappearing, it's almost equivalent to what is happening with Roz and Absolute Superman. Think about it, they're both having to regroup in order for them to come back stronger. Because quite frankly, this is not going to be the last of where we see Eleanor. And now we have a Wally who proceeds to try to run off his pain and not really face the grief, because clearly this is the only way for him to really deal with it at this moment. Eventually, when you stop, you're going to have to grieve this process. That eventually leads him back to Dibney, where he takes him up under his wing, and I wonder where Wally is going to go next with his arc. Including the Rogues, where now we found out that they're free agents and they can do any and everything at this moment. Could this possibly lead to a spinoff series? I mean, just think about it. That's not the only person we have to worry about. We have Grodd who proceeds to save his dad from the facility. And now he is trying to put into him that all men are bad. And I think when Grodd and Wally come across each other, this will put Grodd in between his dad and his father, due to the fact Wally was a human that treated Grodd right. But at the same time, he is also a baby ape who proceeds to also show loyalty to his father and also want his sense of validation from him. A lot of action, but a lot for us to wonder what is going to happen in the next coming arc of Wally West.